Hello everyone, this is Shooter Fantasy, and today we're going to be going over something that I thought was kind of interesting. So, a few days ago I got a PlayStation 4, and I'm thinking to myself, well, usually I like to play and stream my games at 1080p 60 frames per second. So is there a way that I could take the video feed from my Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Wii U, or whatever future console I get, and take that 30 frames per second game that I'm playing and interpolate it to 60 frames per second in real time while I'm live streaming? And after some searching around, I found a workable solution, so we're going to go over that today. So, the first thing we're going to want to do is open up Game Capture HD. And it's kind of being buggy, but that's Game Capture HD for you. Actually, did I even close it already? I don't think I did. Okay. So we've got Game Capture HD open, and I've got an Elgato HD60S, which you are going to need if you actually want to be able to do this. I've tried using my Elgato HD60, which also takes in a 60 frames per second signal, but it doesn't seem to work with this solution I'm going to be showing you guys here. So the first thing we want to do is, because we want to be converting a 30 frames per second input stream to 60 frames per second via interpolation, there's no point in having the capture card taking in 60 frames per second when the source is not 60 frames per second. This is going to screw with the interpolation. So allow 60 frames per second should be unchecked, and allow 60 frames per second for video preview, may as well leave that unchecked as well. So once we've got that, another tool we're going to need, and I'm going to assume you already have it, is Smooth Video Project. It's an application that interpolates 30 frames per second stuff to a higher frame rate. Now, if you don't have it installed, I'm going to put in a link in the video description below where you can find it and download it and get it set up. So let's open up SVP. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. I don't want VLC. I want SVP. Next thing we want to do is, once you've got SVP open, which this is SVP here, we can tweak stuff, all sorts of other settings. And next thing we want to do is open up MPC, Media Player Classic. So once we have MPHC open, we're going to go under View, Options, and we're going to go under Playback here, go to Capture, make sure we have Elgato Helper Device selected. We're going to click OK, and then we are going to click Open Device. So now we've got our video feed. And then SVP, if it's configured properly, will kick in and say that it's interpolating. Now, one thing that will happen is Game Capture will stop responding to the video stream because SVP has now taken the video stream over. So once you've got this going, you can't use the Game Capture HD software for live streaming or for recording. You'll have to use an application like OBS and have it screen capture MPHC from now on. So let's open up Sunset Overdrive, a game that's notorious for running at 30 frames per second, and see how well interpolation runs on it. I'm also going to show off some other games such as Gears of War 4 and Final Fantasy 15. So, that's pretty much all the footage I wanted to show you guys. So, there's a fly there. Oh, I didn't get it. Anywho. So, if you like this video, feel free to subscribe. I usually do drawing streams, game development streams of me actually playing games, and also compose background music for projects and such. So if those are things you're interested in, feel free to do that. So I would also like to thank I Don't Know You for pledging $50 to me on Patreon. I'm actually surprised that my content is actually worth you pledging money towards. So if that's something you want to check out, I do have my Patreon link down below. And really, I only have one tier, $1. I don't want you to feel pressured to pledge more than you have to. You can pledge $1, less, more. It's really up to you. And again, it's optional, so you don't even have to touch the link at all if you don't want to. So, with that all said, I'll see you guys next time.